Hey guys, what's up? My name is Chloe and I'm a private pilot, and it's been a while since I made a video. It's been a minute. So let's have a little catch up. I want to tell you guys about my instrument training, how it's going, and all of the ups and downs of it. So OMG, I didn't even know what to expect, honestly, when I started all this. I did not know what to expect. I don't even know what I thought. I thought it was just going to be like the foggles. I knew there was something called an approach. I didn't really know what that was. I heard the term shooting approaches around my school. Among my friends, I didn't know what that meant. I learned though. I've learned, and let me tell you something, guys. I freaking love it. I do. I love it. I love it, and it's really hard. And I love that it's difficult. It's just taking flying to the next level of aviation mastery. It's like a term Jason Shapert uses a lot. Aviation mastery. I was funny. I told my CFII the other day. I'm like, flying VFR is like the wild, wild west, and flying instrument flight rules is like very civilized flying. Like, I will not descend until I get to that fix. Thank you very much. I'm so into it, you guys. You know what? Okay, so let me tell you, first of all, the first time I did an instrument, like a lesson for my instrument rating, it did not go great, put it like that. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I just don't know if I'll ever be able to do this. Because I was simply under the foggles and trying to fly straight in level. I was in a Cessna too, which I don't really fly Cessnas very much. All my time is in a Warrior. I have like 5 hours in the Cessna right now. I'm like over 144 hours as of today. But yeah, so my first lesson for my instrument rating was in a Cessna and flying straight in. It was also in the Adirondack Mountains. I do all my training really in Florida, but I had an opportunity to train up there in New York in the mountains, and it was just like, it was brutal to tell you. Just maintaining a heading, I could not believe how hard that was. And like and then when I finally landed that heading, how hard it was then to not drop like 50 feet of altitude or gain 50 feet of altitude, or, start being in a turn. It was really intimidating. The first lesson for my instrument rating, I have to tell you. And I went home that day like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. I'm like, and then I start, like, you guys who are pilots, you have those, when you're getting more into it, like after private pilot, you have like a bad lesson. You're like, dude, am I even a pilot? Like, you start wondering these things, because some of these things are, like, my friend is nearing her commercial check ride right at the moment, and she would tell me about lazy eights and chandelles, and she was stressing it hardcore. I'm like, but you're a pilot, you already know how to do everything. And she's like, I don't feel like one. And I totally get it now. Like, I know what that is. Like, I'm just trying to fly straight and level. Why is this so hard when I don't have visual reference? But it is hard, and there's reasons for it that we all know. But anyways, I got more into like studying the stuff because I was dragging my feet on the written. I got more like excited as I was like looking at instrument approach charts, because as you know, like when you're VFR, that's not even like a thing. It's like, I've seen it around flight school, but I never paid any attention to it. But it was very intimidating to look at those charts at first, because they're intimidating looking. And but anyways, I started studying them, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, actually. Like, they really thought of everything, And then when I shot my first approaches, I was like, oh my God, this is actually really cool. This is actually the coolest thing I've ever done in aviation yet. Like, I love how well thought out it is. I love how they've the FAA has figured out these approach paths, and like, exactly, I love how meticulous it is. I love that it's updated too every like 28 days or whatever. Like, they're on top of it. Like, this is not lightweight stuff. This is not, like, this is some serious stuff. And I just When my CFI said take the foggles off and we had reached oh my gosh, help me, minimum descent, no, decision altitude. I think isn't it decision altitude at the airports where we did the approaches? I was like, oh my God, that's the runway. Like, I did it. I was like, what? I did that? I was like, no, I didn't do that. He's like, yeah, you did. He's an older gentleman. I love him. I love my CFII. I'm like, no way, I didn't do that. And like, that just got me so excited. I was like, wow. And then like just being all set up to land like that. Now I have only done it in VMC. I have not been in IMC yet, so I don't really know what that actually feels like when you're in IMC. I'm sure it's completely different. I'd actually really like to go and do that in some IMC. Not yet. I would like, I'm just getting nauseous at the thought of that. But very soon I would like to start doing that because I want to see, like, is this for real? There was a CFI that showed me, he took a video of, he was an IMC and he had to actually shoot the approach, not like fake it till you make it. He was with a private pilot student at the time and the weather changed and they had to shoot the approach. And he had the student take a video of it. And when he got down to that decision altitude and he saw the airport environment, oh my God, the amazement, the relief, the excitement, the everything, because that is some meticulous flying. It's important that everything is done right. I just love it, you guys. I do. Now, flying under the foggles is really, like, not fun. I hate flying. I hate the freaking foggles. I was just talking to a private pilot student yesterday. I'm like, oh, did you get your 3 hours in yet? He's like, oh, yeah. His grandfather is actually my CFII. So he's like finishing his private, and he was like, oh, my grandpa was like, oh, you want to do some foggle time today? He's like, nope, not really. No hood work today, because it sucks. Like, it really, like, we're out on this beautiful day, and I understand, though. I do understand that it's, like, there's a purpose to it, but I can't stand it. And I feel sometimes I feel, like, really incompetent, like, just, like, not being able to maintain a heading. I'm like, why, why is this so hard without visual cues? I think I can hazard a guess, like, if you have a reference point outside, it's like it just helps you to like stabilize your view of the horizon, whereas when you don't and you're just kind of feeling things out, like, it can get really weird. It can get wonky. It can get like, you can start messing with your head. I can see that that's probably why. I know that that's why. I have to get more into, I'm sure the written material has some stuff on the psychology of why it's so difficult to, at first, even just fly straight and level without visual reference. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Like, isn't that crazy how hard that is? I don't know why. I don't know. I think on some level, I thought, oh, I have 3 hours of hood time for my private. This, however, I don't even know how many hours I have left. This should be nothing. And then but it's not, though. It's something. That's definitely something. But anyway, I got some hood time coming up around the corner. I thought I'd check in with you guys, let you guys know how it's going. Anyone else working on their instrument rating? Are there any instrument rated pilots watching? If there are, leave me your comments about, whatever your funny little thoughts, insights, whatever you want to share. I always love reading about your aviation experiences. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.